Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you for coming to my channel. Posting another video because I have another bass for sale. Because I told you guys I got to consolidate. Getting up out the ghost-ridden house. You know, by this time next year. Well, definitely much sooner than that. But next year. So, you know, I have to condense my stuff. Because I told you in other videos. There's nothing, absolutely nothing in my collection right now, as I speak, that I want to sell, get rid of. But, you know, you got to make some adjustments. So this is the Samick bass guitar. I'm going to get up to the camera first, just to give you a little information about this. The guy that designed, I think his name is Bennett. Bennett thinks outside the box. You know, he's not one of those designers that just follow everybody else and slap his name on it. You know, he did some stuff that made a lot of sense because when I looked at that guitar, it's physically smaller than the other big guitars, but don't be confused with the neck is smaller, because that's what's interesting about this. The neck on this bass is the same standard size as the Fenders, Jazz, or Precision. Just the body is a tad bit smaller. I'm like, that's great, because you know, you don't be looking around all that extra wood. But you don't want your neck smaller, you know, you just don't want that. So he came up with a great design where it's the full scale neck, just the body a little smaller. I'm like, cool, because this thing felt great to play. I've taken it out and played it on gigs and loved it because I'm like, it's not all big and long, you know. And it's in excellent condition. The action is great. What I like about this guitar is I can do the bottom stuff, the Motown stuff, and then I can do some high-end slapping. You know, it's like, man, that's kind of interesting because the majority of guitars is either this or that. If you're going to play the Motown James Jamerson stuff, or you're going to get another guitar and play the high-end Marcus Miller stuff. You can't do them both. So it's like you got a guitar designed for that. You got a guitar designed for that. This one does both, you know. So I'm going to stick it up to the camera. It's in excellent condition. Let me just mention this, because you might have noticed. There's a stick on the back. And I'm at this stage in my life, and I got to say this quickly so it makes sense to you guys. I'm at this stage in my life where, well, really at any stage in your life, no stage in your life, the next day is guaranteed to you. Because you're 20 years old, that don't mean you're going to make 22. And I'm at that stage where, you know, health issues are kicking in, and I could not be here tomorrow or next year, which is only a couple of months away. So I said, let me be proactive. In the event that I pass away before 2022, I put stickers on the back of my guitars as far as if I die, for my wife, who to give this to. You know, and if I don't make it, my nephew gets this. That's what his name is on the back. You know, because again, it's like I'm not rushing death, but I'm preparing for death. You know, instead of I die tomorrow, I don't have nothing labeled on these guitars, and my family members come around sniffing like sharks. You know, my wife don't know who to give what to. It's like I took all that guesswork out. All of my equipment right now has stickers on the back to tell my wife if I kick over tomorrow, these are the guys, the people and the women that get this stuff, you know. And if, you know, you can make an executive decision and say, well, I'm going to keep this, you could do that, you know. So I just thought I would mention that to you guys, you know, because I do have that on the back. But this guitar is great. I mean, like I said, Bennett is a great designer, and he thinks outside the box, because normally the majority of the people that make guitars, they just make copies of these big brand names, Gibson, Fender, whatever, you know. But Bennett said, no, I'm going to design my own guitar, you know, so I won't have to be copying somebody else's design. And he did a hell of a job. This has P-bass pickups and a jazz bass, which gives it a very unique tone. And the action is great on this thing. And the price is $275 plus $60 shipping and handling, since it's a little smaller than the standard. Unfortunately, I can't ship to California because it costs too much and it would take too long. But like I told you guys, again, sorry if I sound like a broken record, there's absolutely nothing in my collection that I want to part with to say I just don't like it no more, you know. Because there's nothing wrong with none of my stuff, you know, because when junk comes into me, junk go right back. I don't keep junk and then try to pass it off to you guys and lower the price. Like, no, because nobody wins in this situation. You know, I lost a great deal of money. Then I got to lower the price, and then then send you some inferior garbage. And I'm like, that's not me. That's not Morris, man. If for you guys that have followed my channel, you know, for a couple of years, you understand and know me. I play good stuff. I play stuff with good action, because action and just to be able to play it is everything. Everything else is secondary. What it looks like, who made it, what kind of wood, what kind of electronics, that don't mean nothing if it don't feel good to you to play, you know. So again, actually, I'm gonna even lower it at $250, you know, because this guitar is worth about $350, and especially the condition it's in. So you guys will get this for $250 plus $65 shipping and handling. My PayPal information is right down there, MorrisMan64 at Hotmail. I'll leave a link down there, a video, or you guys hear me play this, because I did a lot of the Philly Sounds covers on this, OJ's, Teddy Pendergrass. You know, had a blast playing this guitar, and it sounds good, feels good, got a really good neck on it. It's in excellent condition. So if you're interested, just leave me a question, comment down here, Morris, man, I want to grab that. Then I respond, grab it. So then once you send your money, I put sold across the header, and then I probably disable the comments, because, you know, it's pointless to have any dialogue after the guitar's been sold. You know, is it still here, or, you know, whatever. So I'm going to sign off now. Again, it'll go out the very next business day. United States Postal tracking signature required. You got to sign for it. My link down here, so you guys can hear me play it. My PayPal information is morrisman64 at hotmail.com. And I guess that's it. Like I told you, and again, sorry for sounding like a broken record. There's nothing I want to get rid of. There's nothing I want to just sell or give away. You know, in the perfect world, I keep all of this stuff and then maintain the size of the new place, because like I told you, the new place is going to be smaller, because you get to a stage in your life like I am now. I don't want to do no more cutting grass, no more shoveling snow, no more raking up leaves shit. You know, I'm too old for that now. You know, I'm not a 30-year-old no more. You know, and I just don't want to do it anymore. You know, even if I had the energy, I've done this all my life. I'm like, there's going to have to be a point where you kind of cut it off. Just like with my music career, I'm semi to retire now. No more touring, still occasionally writing and producing, you know, and working with other people, young people, projects. But, you know, those days are on the road for, you know, 8, 9, 10, 20 weeks at a time. Those days are over. I cherish those days, because there was some greatness in those days. And then there was some hardships, you know. Sometimes it's freezing cold out there. You don't want to travel on the bus freezing, and, you know. But anyway, sorry to digress. But again, link down here so you can hear me play it. $250, also $65 shipping and handling. Gonna miss these guitars, I really am. But nothing stays the same. Life moves on, whether you want it to move on or not. Take care.